for this light heavyweight fight. Hamill, 2 years the elder of the Canadian Hollett. 2 inches taller, Matt Hamill will have a 3-inch reach advantage. Once again, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, our referee for this light heavyweight showcase. Brittany looking outstanding as always. Set to get things going inside the Octagon. Matt Hamill, Roger Hollett. Here we go.
Matt Hamill just jumped in Roger Hollett's face.
His stand-up has progressed immensely, to say the least, since his time on The Ultimate Fighter back in season 3, Joe.
Yeah, back then he was really just a wrestler, but he has some big power, especially with his right hand. Roger Hollett is so thickly muscled, and especially with his upper body, you got to wonder if he's going to have some endurance issues with that.
It's interesting that he has such a great boxing background, but for Hollett, 7 of his wins have come by submission, 4 by knockout. But as you and I know, a lot of times you rock somebody, then you get on top of them, you finish with the choke. So it is the big punch that leads to the finish by submission.
And that was a good right hand by Hollett, and he threw a nice left hook to the body as well, Mike. That right hand over the top, though, landed.
Hamill training back in upstate New York with his longtime trainer, Duff Holmes.
I wonder how Mark Coleman feels about that nickname.
They're both, well, you know what? They're both from Ohio.
I know, that makes it even worse.
I know, right?
Some young upstart from around the way takes your nickname. The original UFC heavyweight champion? Come on, son.
Correct. And the fact that the one thing that he does not have is the moniker, the godfather of ground and pound.
That's true.
That
nice
does
leg
belong
kick.
to the other Hammer.
There you go. And incidentally, when Mark won the heavyweight title, UFC 12 against Dan Severn was the debut of Vitor Belfort, who'll be fighting tonight in the main event. And what a fight that was.
Matt Hamill returning from just over a year-long retirement this evening to face the Canadian Roger Hollett with the overhand right. Hollett has not lost since 2009.
Oh, nice jab. Covered up nicely.
I am surprised that Matt has not tried in any way, shape, or form to take this fight to the ground. I mean, he's an excellent wrestler. And he is just content to stand up with Roger, who has the background in boxing.
Very powerful, decorated wrestler at the Division III level, national champion. Started wrestling at Purdue, but just tough to go to, you know, a normal school, if you will. Being deaf, but he has overcome so many things in his life. He is quite an inspiration. And been in the UFC for a long time. Top pick of Tito Ortiz on season 3 of The Ultimate Fighter. Just missed with that hook a moment ago.
He's standing right in front of Hollett here and doing very well. And Hollett is just, seems like he's having a hard time finding his range and connecting. Landed that one good right hand earlier, but there's the grappling of Hamill. He's got that single and a dump. Easily takes him down, easily.
And he timed the punch, and that's when he was able to close in for the takedown, Joe.
Yeah, he just, man, this could be it
this
right
is good
here.
ground and pound
He's
by
getting
Matt Hamill.
smashed with these left hands. Mergliata's taking a good look here. Hollett is eating these shots, and Hamill's just controlling him here. And this is what I suspected would happen if the fight got to the ground. You know, Matt Hamill is such a decorated wrestler.
He may be able to finish it here, Joe.
Hollett's he exploded to try to get up, but controlled, and now he's leg riding him. Oh, Hollett, this is...
Dan Mergliata's watching it very closely.
I don't know how many more of these Hollett can take. He's going under and over here with the right hand.
This ground and pound would make the Godfather pretty impressed.
Yes, it would.
Oh my, hammer fist.
When the real Hammer used to do it, though, it was bare knuckle and headbutts.
Yeah, it was.
Old school.
He is a legend, the national champion from Ohio State.
With wrestling shoes on. Those are the days, baby. Yeah, when they took the headbutts away, they took Matt the Hammer Coleman, or Mark the Hammer, I can't even talk. Mark Coleman's, one of his main weapons away. Mark would get on top of guys and headbutt them into oblivion.
Nice job by Hollett. He survives and throws
Hollett's
the knee
coming on
late.
strong. Oh, big right hand to the body by Hollett. That was a powerful right hand to the body.
I wonder how much energy was expended by Matt Hamill trying to finish that fight.
Hamill, the top pick of Team Ortiz on season 3 of The Ultimate Fighter. Actually, Matt Hamill just went to the wrong corner. Greg Jackson will talk to Roger Hollett.
Wake up! You move forward and punch, you win. It could be easier. Now let's calm your breathing.
Big breaths right now. Big breaths, Roger. Into your nose, out your mouth. Big ones. Take some big ones. Roger, you're going to put him out. You're going to put him out. You touch him. You put him out, right? Listen to me. He's done, okay? He's done. Instead of wasting all the time with those punches, go back to hammer fists, roll him over, look for the mouth. Okay, get the dominant position from there. He's done. Shot. If you don't knock his ass out here, all right? 2 more big breaths. Big ones. Big ones.
Roger!
1 more big breath. He's tired, Roger. Let's go, Roger. Take the breaths.
Roger Hollett, Matt Hamill.
You heard Hamill's corner telling him that Hollett is done. It became very clear once Hamill got a hold of him that Hollett is just not in the same league as far as grappling is concerned. With Hollett, his best chance here is to keep his fight standing and utilize these brutal power punches that he possesses.
5-fight win streak as he enters the octagon for the first time tonight for Roger Hollett.
Hollett is standing completely square. Do you notice that, Mike? Look at the way he's standing in front of Matt. Not really in a boxer stance at all. Oh, tried a spinning back kick. He's really thinking very much about the takedowns of Hamill.
Matt Hamill has been in the UFC fighting at 205 for a long time. Threw a bunch of punches at the end of round 1 with his ground and pound.
Well, Hollett managed to stop that takedown.
And he just set a new record for light heavyweights with the punches thrown, significant strikes, 74 of them thus far in this fight.
By the way, that makes you tired.
Yeah, man.
That left arm might be rubber right now.
Hollett to the body.
That is always the thing when you get a guy down and you pound on him and you can't finish him, you could completely deplete your energy stores.
Vanderlei Silva, Rich Franklin, recently in Brazil.
Yes, very good point. And now Hollett's
Nice
down
takedown.
again. And Hamill's corner was also calling for him to move into a dominant position, past the guard and mount, which is something that people always want to see from wrestlers because they're so confident in staying on top. A lot of times you see this for a whole round.
Hamill last fought at UFC 133 against Alexander Gustafsson, so a little bit over a year-long retirement.
See, old school, this is where Mark Coleman would be dropping headbutts.
Gotta keep busy now. Let's keep busy.
It's kind of funny what becomes an illegal technique.
Right?
I say bring headbutts back.
You like some of that old school stuff.
It's a good technique. Headbutt to the chin is a good. I mean, if you can kick a guy in the face, why can't you headbutt him? Doesn't make sense to me.
I know better than to argue with you as well.
Well, I'm half retarded. You shouldn't even talk to me.
There you go. Hi, out to you, my partner. Midway point of the fight.
Trying to get sanctioning. I'm calling for headbutts.
There you go, right?
What's wrong with me? All right, Hollett's back up on his feet, which is good for him. And, you know, despite the fact that he's heavily muscled, he's showing no cardio issues.
He hasn't thrown much, though, either, for a guy who's been boxing since he was 5 years old.
I think he's waiting for the opening.
Let us not forget about octagon jitters as well.
Trying that spinning back kick again to the body.
Not just octagon jitters, but a Canadian kid fighting here in Toronto. even though he trains in Albuquerque with Greg Jackson now.
Trying again. That time he's spinning. He tried a really low spinning back kick. He did it to the legs, a la Andy Hoog. And he went with a left hook to the body there. And Matt is just standing in front of him. You know, this might be as we suspected. Nice leg kick by Hollett. Might be as we suspected. Matt Hamill might have gassed out his arm, especially that left. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's rubber there. The way he's throwing it, it just got no pop in that left arm.
Easily stuffed that time.
Yeah, even as he's going to reach, he may very well have eliminated a big part of his takedown game with that ground and pound in that first round. Because he's just kind of pawing with that jab now. But he's not throwing that power right either.
Well, after such a dominant round one, look at the significant strikes landed in this round.
Yeah, Hamill's pace has slowed down considerably here.
Let's go, fight, let's go.
40 seconds on the clock here in the second round. Hollett looking for a left hook and the body shot.
There's 70-plus strikes in round one, and you saw the numbers there. That said, if Hamill is somewhat gassed now and his left arm is really tired, Hollett's not taking full advantage of it either.
Yeah, this is a really weird situation. Hollett tried there for a spinning back kick.
Down he goes.
And he gets suplexed.
Third takedown of the fight for Matt Hamill at the end of the round.
Have a seat. Breathe.
Greg Jackson.
Really, the story of this fight so far as anything significant, has been the takedown and ground and pound by Matt Hamill. And he's been able to execute those takedowns. This is the first round. I mean, he easily dumped him on his back, but really wore himself out with all those punches. And here's the second takedown. And then here's the one of the last rounds. Spinning back fist, miss, grabs a hold of him and dumps him. But even the way he dumped him there, it didn't have the same sort of energy that he exhibited in the first round.
Spinning heel that leg again.
He really significantly slowed in that round, did Matt Hamill.
All right, last round, you ready? Last round, fight.
5 minutes remain in the debut of Hollett, the return of Hamill.
Good left hook there by Hollett. Nice short left hook.
Jab by Hamill.
Again, look how Hollett stands square in front of him.
It's all right if you're a boxer, not a mixed martial artist.
Well, it's
not even that great if you're a boxer.
It's not. It's actually all right if you're a wrestler.
Yeah.
And that's why he's doing it. He's doing it to try to anticipate the takedown attempts and to be able to better stuff them. It's actually something that Vitor Belfort taught me a long, long time ago about the difference between a boxer stance and a mixed martial artist stance. Right. And that even as he was learning boxing, he had to instruct his boxing coaches to factor in takedowns. So he changed his stance and squared up his hips much more. But Hollett's just standing completely square.
There's a great shot right there. That's Matt Hamill 101.
And he lands a big right hand on top. And another short shot. And they're right in front of Patrick Cote, who's doing our French commentary.
Cote scheduled to fight in Montreal in a couple of months against Alessio Sakara.
That should be a barn burner.
Yeah. That's one of those fights where you say somebody might just get knocked out. We saw this position in round one. Hamill not throwing with the same frequency as he did then.
Yeah, and Hamill not trying to put the hooks in, not trying to take the back, just content to maintain the top position, reach under and tie up that one arm. See how he's reaching underneath the arm of Hollett and tying him up through his wrist? It keeps Hollett from being able to defend and move. And Hamill just riding him here.
Hamill has not had a submission victory in the UFC.
And now he's going to burn out his right arm, punching Hollett in the head. And Hollett tries to roll under, but he winds up in not quite inside control. He's in half guard now. And Hollett's bleeding out of the nose and mouth. Not too bad, though. And now Hammer.
Midway point of the third and final round.
Hamill's really landing this right hand over and over and over again.
Good ground and pound by the other Hammer, Matt Hamill. Hollett looking to get free. And he does.
Hollett got free and landed a nice right hand to the body. And let's see how tired Matt Hamill is now. He's got that double. Boom!
Not that tired.
Man, now he moves into half guard. Let's see if he listens to his corner now and mounts with 2 minutes left.
5 of 6 with his takedown attempts tonight against Hollett.
Trying to free that left leg. And Hollett gets a knee in between the two of them.
Joe, both men have about the same amount of professional fights. Actually, Hollett has 16 professional fights, Hamill 15. The big difference, though, is Matt Hamill has fought all but 2 of his professional fights in the UFC.
And that is an enormous difference.
Yes.
And a lot of fighters don't realize how much of a difference it is until you get in here. We've seen a lot of guys look really spectacular outside the octagon against competition that's not quite as stiff. Then they get into the octagon and their real skill level gets exposed.
Just stand him up. Hamill takes a look at the clock. Under a minute remains in this fight.
This is Roger Hollett's chance.
A personal best 120 significant strikes landed by Matt Hamill. He wants to put Hollett on his back again here.
And he's gonna.
Yep.
Easily.
That's 6 takedowns. First U.S. wrestler to win gold medals in freestyle and Greco-Roman competition in the 1997 World Games for the Deaf. 2004 inductee into the Division III Athletic Hall of Fame. And about 10 seconds away from a triumphant return off a year-long retirement.
Well, it's probably going to take him a little time to build his cardio back to where it was before and, you know, just get the ring rust out of his system. But he's going to get the W tonight. And that is most certainly the most important thing.
Joe, let's take a look at our fight replay.
And there you see a knee by Hollett, big takedown by Matt Hamill. And then the spinning back fist miss. And Hamill gets behind him and dumps him. And here Matt Hamill's on top, dropping punches. That was really the story of this fight. The story of this fight was the grappling expertise of Matt Hamill and his ground and pound. And that's what we had thought it was going to be going into the fight. Roger Hollett showed some good boxing, though, just really was unable to stop the takedowns.
Matt Hamill, statistically, just dominant in this fight. There's that personal best we talked about, 124 strikes landed, which were significant. 6 takedowns on 7 attempts. A dominant return to the octagon for Matt the Hammer Hamill.
With a new record for significant strikes. The old record was 77, now it's 124.
Hamill had the 3rd most takedowns in light heavyweight history, with 22 coming into this fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Matt the Hammer Hamill.
Unanimous decision victory for Matt the Hammer Hamill. Welcome back to the UFC.